जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यमुनतीरवन चारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यमुनतीरवन चारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यमुनतीरवन चारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यमुनतीरवन चारि। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गोपी वल्लभ राधा गोपी वल्लभ राधा। जयो जगन्नाथ जगन्नाथ बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पतगामी भावो तुम्हें निताय गौरांगो गौर हरि। जय सचिनंदन जय सचिनंदन गौर हरि। पतिता पवन गौर हरि। जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव। नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल। श्री श्री राधा गोपी वल्लभ की जय। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय। श्री निताय गौरंग भगवान की जय। ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री गुरुदेव की जय। निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंद ऑल असेंबल डिवोटीज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादि पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। करोति वाचालं पुंगं लंघयति गिरिं कृपः वंदे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं श्री परमानंदमाधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सः अभ्यन्तरं सुचित्। श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु। हरे कृष्ण, हरे कृष्णा। प्रभु जी माता जी, सॉरी फॉर द डिले। हरे कृष्ण शिल्पा माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम माता जी। पद्मा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम। हरे
कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम।
कृष्ण कृष्ण वर्मा प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम।
दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
Brahma माता जी, thank you for joining.
Thank you प्रभु जी।
How is Prabhuji's health now?
బాగానే ప్రభుజీ.
బానే ఉన్నారా? హరే కృష్ణ, చాలా ఆనందం ప్రభు వాయిస్ ఉన్నాను. వెన్నెల మాతాజీ దండవత్ ప్రణామ్, థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ జాయినింగ్.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु దండవత్
మాతాజీ థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ జాయినింగ్. గణేష్ ప్రభు, ప్రశాంతి మాతాజీ, సౌమ్య మాతాజీ థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ జాయినింగ్. శ్రీగోపాల్ ప్రభు, పూనమ్ మాతాజీ దండవత్ ప్రణామ్.
దండవత్ ప్రణామ్ ప్రభుజీ. హరే కృష్ణ.
దండవత్ ప్రణామ్. దాసరాజ్ ప్రభు, మానస మాతాజీ దండవత్ ప్రణామ్, థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ జాయినింగ్.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ దండవత్ ప్రణామ్.
సుబ్బారావు ప్రభు, నిరుపమ మాతాజీ థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ జాయినింగ్. यमुना माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम. हरे कृष्ण. प्रभु जी ऑल्सो दंडवत प्रणाम.
दंडवत प्रणाम।
దండవత్ ప్రణామ్ ప్రభుజీ.
हरे कृष्ण. दीपा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम, थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम।
गोविंद प्रभु, हरिप्रिया माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम. गिरिराज
హరే
प्रभु
కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ దండవత్ ప్రణామ్.
दंडवत प्रणाम, थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग. मकरंद प्रभु, हरे कृष्ण दंडवत प्रणाम. अरविंद प्रभु, पद्मा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम.
దండవత్ ప్రణామ్
దండవత్ ప్రణామ్ ప్రభుజీ. హరే కృష్ణ.
माधवी माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम माता जी, थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग.
थैंक यू प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण दंडवत प्रणाम।
Oh, something happened one minute. What happened? Yeah, it's fine now. 1 minute. Just give me 1 second. Hare Krishna. Yeah, am I audible?
ఎస్ ప్రభుజీ.
Sorry.
హరే కృష్ణ దండవత్ ప్రణామ్ ప్రభు.
Dandot
हरे
Pranam.
कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम।
Bharat Prabhu, thank you for joining. So Mataji, Praveen Prabhu, Dandot Pranam. Satyadev Prabhu, Shivali Mataji, Dandot.
దండవత్ ప్రణామ్ ప్రభుజీ.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for attending today's Ekadashi, and very fortunate that I'm still breathing and with all of you reading Bhagavatam. Krishna is giving one more opportunity. Hare Krishna. Prasad Prabhu, Madhavi Mataji, Dandot Pranam. Thank you for joining. So, I have 8th canto in front of me, and the chapter that is given to me is chapter 4. But since it is Ekadashi, I was thinking we should read the Gajendra's prayers, which are considered to be one of the highest. Which are considered to be one of the highest in Srimad Bhagavatam. And what is the best day to read these prayers? On Ekadashi, right? So what I'm proposing is there are close to how many? There are close to 33 verses, 33 prayers, right? And there are 27 devotees here. Why don't we all read each one prayer? Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
We'll finish it in 10 minutes, but it's a good time to meditate. You can bring your Srimad Bhagavatam book. I'll read the first 4 prayers. In the meantime, you all can go and get your Srimad Bhagavatam book, best in book form, or if electronic is suitable, get it. But let us read 1 prayer each. I'll just announce the name and you can read. That way it will be easy. 1 second, let me keep this list in front of me.
Prabhuji, verse or translation?
Just the translation. Just the translation. Yeah. I will tell you the name and you can immediately read. And that way it will be easy. Okay. So chapter 3, we'll just read the prayers and we'll get into the chapter 4, right? Because it is Ekadashi, the best day to read prayers, the best day to be prayerful. Let us learn, how to pray from great acharyas. And Gajendra is one of the greatest acharyas, right? Who is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So
chapter number, books are chapter.
Chapter 3, Canto 8, chapter 3.
Okay.
Page number 71, if you have the same size book. Hare Krishna. So I'm reading the first 4 and then you all can get started to read. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Subbarao Prabhu can't read. That's okay. I'll just call the name others than him. Okay. Text 1. Shri Sukadeva Goswami continued. Thereafter, the king of the elephants, Gajendra, fixed his mind in his heart with perfect intelligence and chanted a mantra which he has learned in his previous birth as Indradumna and which he remembered by the grace of Krishna. Haribol. The king of the elephants, text 2. The king of the elephant, Gajendra said, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Person, Vasudeva, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Because of him, in this material body acts due to presence of spirit, and he is therefore the root cause of everyone. He is worshipable for such exalted persons as Brahma and Shiva, and he has entered the heart of every living being. Let me meditate upon him. Text 3. The Supreme Godhead is the supreme platform on which everything rests, the ingredient by which everything has been produced, and the person who has created and is the only cause of this cosmic manifestation. Nonetheless, he is different from the cause and the result. I surrender unto him, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is self-sufficient in everything. Text 4. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, by expanding his own energy, keeps this cosmic manifestation visible and again sometimes renders it invisible. It is both, he is both the supreme cause and the supreme result, the observer and the witness in all circumstances. Thus, he is transcendental to everything. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead give me protection. Hare Krishna. So, may I request Arvind Prabhu and Padma Mataji to read 5 and 6.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Text 5. In due course of time, when all the causative and effective manifestations of the universe, including the planets and their directors and maintainers, are annihilated, there is a situation of dense darkness. Above this darkness, however, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I take shelter of his lotus feet.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Mataji there by any chance?
Prabhuji, Padma is actually performing the puja. I will continue with text 6 also, Prabhuji.
No, let Ivanshu Prabhu read that. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
You can read text 6. Hare Krishna. Ivanshu Prabhu, I can't hear you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I just went, so I don't know which one to.
Okay.
The next
Canto 8, chapter 3. You can get the canto in the meantime. I'll ask Bharat Prabhu. Can you read text 6?
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. An artist on stage being covered by attractive dresses and dancing with different movements is not understood by his audience. Similarly, the activities and features of the supreme artist cannot be understood even by the demigods or great sages, and certainly not by those who are unintelligent like animals. Neither the demigods and sages nor the unintelligent can understand the features of the Lord, nor they can express in words his actual position. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead give me protection.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Text 7. Text 7. Yeah. Dasraj Prabhu, Manasa Mataji, if you're there.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes. Text 7. Renunciants and great sages who see all living beings equally, who are friendly to everyone, and who flawlessly practice in the forest the oaths of brahmacharya, vanaprastha, and sannyasa, desire to see all auspicious lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead be my destination.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Text 8 and 9.
Text 8 and 9. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead has no material birth, activities, name, form, qualities, or faults. To fulfill the purpose for which this material world is created and destroyed, he comes in the form of a human being like Lord Rama or Lord Krishna by his original internal potency. He has immense potency and in various forms, all free from material contamination, he acts wonderfully. He is therefore the Supreme Brahman. I offer my respects to him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Text 10 by Deepa Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dandapana. Text 10, translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the self-effulgent Supersoul, who is the witness in everyone's heart, who enlightens the individual soul, and who cannot be reached by exercises of the mind, words, or consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Text 11. Himanshu Prabhu, are you ready now?
Which chapter, Prabhuji?
Text 11. Third chapter, 11. Okay, let us go to Brahma Mataji and Krishna Varma Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead is realized by pure devotees who act in the transcendental existence of Bhakti Yoga. He is the bestower of uncontaminated happiness and is the master of the transcendental world. Therefore, I offer my respect unto him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Krishna Varma Prabhu, chadagalera?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay, no problem. Okay, text 12, Himanshu Prabhu.
I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Vasudeva, who is all-pervading, to the Lord's fierce form as Lord Narsimhadev, to Lord's form as an animal Lord, Lord Varadev, to Lord Dattatreya, who preached impersonalism, to Lord Buddha, and to all other incarnations. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord, who has no material qualities, but who accepts the three qualities, goodness, passion, and ignorance, within this material world. I also offer my respectful obeisances unto the impersonal Brahman effulgence.
Ribol. Text 13, Lavanya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat.
Dandavat.
Yes. Text 13. I beg to offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the super soul, the superintendent of everything, and the witness of all that occurs. You are the Supreme Person, the origin of material nature and of the total material energy. You are also the owner of this material body. Therefore, you are the Supreme Complete. I offer my respectable obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mother. Text 14 by Madhavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dandavat.
Dandavat.
Translation. My Lord, you are the observer of all the objectives of the senses. Without your mercy, there is no possibility of solving the problem of doubts. The material world is just like a shadow resembling you. Indeed, one accepts this material world as real because it gives a glimpse of your existence. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Ayar Prabhu or Meera Mataji, any one of you? Text 15.
Yes, Prabhuji. Text 15, translation. My Lord, you are the cause of all causes, but you yourself have no cause. Therefore, you are the wonderful cause of everything. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the shelter of the Vedic knowledge contained in the Shastras, like the Pancharatras and Vedanta Sutras. which are your representations and who are the source of the parampara system. Because it is you who can give liberation, you are the only shelter for all transcendentalists. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Is Veera Mataji there?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay. Mahesh Prabhu, you want to go for text 16?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, text 16, translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Yeah.
My Lord, as the fire in Arani wood is covered, you and your unlimited knowledge are covered by material modes of nature. Your mind, however, is not attentive to the activities of the modes of nature. Those who are advanced in spiritual knowledge are not subject to regulative principles directed in the Vedic literatures. Because such advanced souls are transcendental, you personally appear in their pure minds. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Makarand Prabhu, can you read text 17?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Text 17. Since an animal such as me has surrendered unto you, who are supremely liberated, certainly you will release me from this dangerous position. Indeed, being extremely merciful, you incessantly try to deliver me. By your partial feature as Paramatma, you are situated in the hearts of all embodied beings. You are celebrated as direct transcendental knowledge, and you are unlimited. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Text 18. Murlidhar Govind Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can't Prabhuji. I am Murlidhar.
Oh, Murlidhar Prabhu. Sorry. Yeah. Padma Mataji. Text 18.
Text 18. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Yeah.
My Lord, those who are completely freed from material contamination always meditate upon you within the course of their hearts. You are extremely difficult to attain for those like me who are too attached to mental concoction, home, relatives, friends, money, servants, and assistants. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, uncontaminated by the modes of nature. You are the reservoir of all enlightenment, the Supreme Controller. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Text 19 by Prasad Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam.
Yeah.
Okay. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Okay, text 19. After worshipping the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, those who are interested in four principles of religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation obtain from him what they desire. What then is to be said of the other benedictions? Indeed, sometimes the Lord gives a spiritual body to such ambitious worshippers. May that Supreme Person of the Godhead, who is ultimately merciful, bestow upon me the benediction of liberation from this present danger and from the materialistic way of life. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Text 2021 by is Madhavi Mataji there or?
She is in kitchen, Prabhu.
No problem. Okay. Then Praveen Prabhu, Suma Mataji. 2021.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. I'll read Prabhuji.
Yes.
2021. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Unalloyed devotees who have no desire other than to serve the Lord worship Him in full surrender and always hear and chant about His activities, which are the most wonderful and auspicious. Thus, they always merge in the ocean of transcendental bliss. Such devotees never ask the Lord for any benediction. I, however, am in danger. Thus, I pray to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is eternally existing, who is invisible, who is the Lord of all great personalities, such as Brahma, and who is available only by transcendental Bhakti Yoga. Being externally subtle, he is beyond the reach of my senses and transcendental to all external realization. He is unlimited, he is the original cause, and he is completely full in everything. I offer my obeisances unto him.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Is Mataji there or should we go ahead?
In Mataji, Suma.
Go ahead, Prabhuji. I'm in kitchen.
Sure. Yeah, text 22 and 24. Sorry, is the next? Oh my God, 1 second. This is scrolling up. Yeah, Santosh Aitya Pro. 22.
Hare Krishna, brother. Text number 22, 22, 24. The Supreme Personality of Godhead creates his minor parts and parcels. The Jiva Tattva, beginning with the Lord Brahma, the demigods and the expansions of the Vedic knowledge, Sama, Rigu, Yaju, and Atharva, and including all other living entities, moving and non-moving, with their different names and characteristics. As the sparks of a fire or the shining rays of the sun emanate from their source and merge into it again and again, the mind, the intelligence, the senses, the gross and subtle material bodies, and the continuous transformations of the different modes of the nature all emanate from the Lord and again merge into Him. He is neither demigod nor human, neither human nor bird nor beast. He is not woman, man, or neuter, nor is he an animal. He is not a material quality, a fruitive activity, a manifestation or non-manifestation. He is the last word in the discrimination of not this, and he is unlimited. All joys to Supreme Personality of God.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you, bro. Text 25. Saraswati Mataji or Surendra Prabhu, each one.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam Prabhuji.
Dandavat.
Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. I do not wish to live anymore after I am released from the attack of the crocodile. What is the use of an elephant body covered eternally and internally by ignorance? I simply desire eternal liberation from the covering of ignorance. That covering is not destroyed by the influence of time.
Very well. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Text 26.
26.
Now fully desiring release from material life, I offer my respectful obeisances unto that Supreme Person who is the creator of the universe, who is himself the form of the universe, and who is the nonetheless transcendental to this cosmic manifestation. He is the supreme knower of everything in this world, the super soul of the universe. He is the unborn, supremely situated Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Text 27. Satyadev Prabhu, Srivali Mataji, either of you?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam Prabhuji.
Dandavat.
Text 27, translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme, the Super Soul, the Master of all mystic yoga, who is seen in the core of the heart by perfect mystics when they are completely purified and freed from the reactions of fruitive activities by practicing Bhakti Yoga. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, tanu kitchen lo busy ga unnaru.
No problem. Yeah. Text 28. Soumya Mataji, text 28.
My lord, you are the controller of formidable strength in three kinds of energy. You appear as the reservoir of all sense pleasure and the protector of the surrendered souls. You possess unlimited energy, but you are unapproachable by those who are unable to control their senses. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you again and again.
Thank you, Mataji. Text 29. Shigopal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by whose illusory energy the Jiva, who is part and parcel of God, forgets his real identity because of the bodily concept of life. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose glories are difficult to understand.
Very good. Thank you, Prabhuji. Text 30. Yeah, Shri Giraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Text 30, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Canto.
Text 30, Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued. When the king of the elephants was describing the supreme authority without mentioning any particular person, he did not invoke the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Indra, and Chandra. Thus, none of them approached him. However, because Lord Hari is the super soul, Purushottama, the personality of Godhead, he appeared before Gajendra. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhu. Text 31. Shri Hari Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I'm sorry, Prabhuji, I cannot read.
No problem.
Office.
Yamuna Mataji, can you read?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. 31 is Srila Prabhupada ki jai. After understanding the awkward condition of Gajendra, who had offered his prayers, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari, who lives everywhere, appeared with the demigods, who were offering prayers to him. Carrying his disc and other weapons, he appeared there on the back of his carrier Garuda with great speed, according to his desire. Thus he appeared before Gajendra. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Text 32. Tulsi Mataji. Or Teja Mataji.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. You can read.
Yeah, Tulsi Mataji, go ahead.
Text 32, translation. Gajendra had been forcefully captured by the crocodile in the water and was feeling acute pain. But when he saw that Narayana, wielding his disc, was coming in the sky on the back of Garuda, he immediately took a lotus flower in his trunk and with great difficulty, due to his painful condition, he uttered the following words. O my Lord, Narayana, Master of the universe, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, I offer my respectable obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Beautiful Mataji. Vendala Mataji, text 33.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Text 33. Thereafter, seeing Gajendra in an aggrieved position, the unborn Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, immediately got down from the back of Garuda by his causeless mercy and pulled the king of elephants along with the crocodile out of water. Then, in the presence of all the demigods who were looking on, the Lord severed the crocodile's mouth from its body with his disc. In this way, he took Gajendra, the king of elephants. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Everybody else, please mute. Yeah, Teja Mataji. Yeah, muted. No problem. Okay.
Sorry, Prabhuji, I'm cooking, so I can't read.
No problem, Mataji. No problem. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, thank you for reading Gajendra Moksha prayers. All of us have achieved something today on Ekadashi, right? We all, first of all, whatever you say, I made you all pull this book from the shelf, right? So today we pulled these books from the shelf and, on the day of Ekadashi, and we have turned the pages, lotus pages, translated and given purpose by Prabhupada. And we all have managed to read one prayer. And each prayer is capable of taking us back home, back to Godhead, right? Hare Krishna, thank you. So now we are getting into chapter 4. Gajendra returns to the spiritual world. It's a small chapter, but very instructive. So it talks about both the elephant and the crocodile, in this chapter. Text 1. Shri Sukha Uvacha Tada Deva Shri Gandharva Brahme Sana Purogama Mumuchu Kushumasharam Santa Karma Tadhare. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, when the Lord delivered Gajendra, king of the elephants, all the demigods, sages and Gandharvas, headed by Brahma and Shiva, praised his activity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and showered flowers upon the Lord and Gajendra. Very good. Purport. It is evident from this chapter that great sages like Devala Rishi, Narada Muni, Agastya will sometimes curse someone. The curse of such a personality, however, is in fact a benediction. Both the crocodile, who had been a Gandharva in his previous life, and Gajendra, who had been a king named Indradumna, were cursed, but both of them benefited. Indradumna, in his birth as an elephant, attained salvation and became a personal associate of the Lord in Vaikuntha. And the crocodile regained his status as a Gandharva. We find evidence in many places that the curse of the great saint or devotee is not a curse but a benediction. So it's very mystic provision, Mataji, is that even a curse from a great sage is a benediction, right? Does it mean that I should go and do some nonsense in front of a sage and make sure I get cursed? Well, a person like me thinks like that also. No, that is not the way it is. These curses are not given to anybody and everybody, right? There is a whole reason why even a great sage thinks about a person. See, I was hearing to His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu's lecture. He was talking about, the stages in devotional life, right? Shraddha, like that. It keeps going on, right? And even before Shraddha comes, even before faith comes, there are two things very important. One is the blessing of a great personality, a guru, a acharya, or a pure devotee. And second is some service that we have done, right? Knowingly or unknowingly. When these two activities happen, then the Shraddha comes. And from there, Bhajana Kriya, Sadhu Sangha, Anartha Nivriti, etc., all the way till, Krishna Prema. So, even the association of a pure devotee, just making ourselves available in access to a pure devotee changes everything, Prabhupada. It is that powerful. That is why when great sannyasis, they come near us, we should not take it easily. It's a great fortune, Prabhupada Mathas. Even right now in Hyderabad, we have His Holiness Bhakti Padma Saurabh Pracharak Maharaj. Right? He's a very, very dedicated devotee of ISKCON, and he has done so much for ISKCON. Many, many temples, many, many congregations, many, many people. Maharaj is inspired. Right? Now, it is our greatest fortune. If you don't see this as a fortune, then what is? Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Sastraka, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhika. So, even a little association with a great devotee can change our course of material life. What happens? They actually pray for us, Prabhuji. That's what they do. When they look at all the living entities, immediately they feel compassionate and they pray for us. Compassion is one of the greatest features of, greatest qualities of a pure devotee. So we have to make ourselves present in front of. We have to make ourselves present in front of pure devotee. That's very, very important. Present and do what? Serve them. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Upadek shantite jnanam jnananas tattvadarshina. They are tattvadarshis and they will give knowledge when we serve them. And serving also means being attentive and being prayerful and being grateful. So actually Maharaj is coming to many of your houses, has already come. Right, in this visit, he is visiting, Subara Prabhu's house, I think Brahmarama Mataji's house, Brahmari Radha Mataji's house, and Praveen Prabhu's house, Dasraj Prabhu's house, and he has already visited Arvind Prabhu's house. Prabhuji and Mataji, this is not ordinary, and I wish he visits everybody's house, and he is going to visit so many other satsangs during this week. Right? Mahesh Prabhu, Zenith Satsang, right? And Prasad Prabhu's, Madhavi Mataji Satsang today is coming to Ramalayam. Bhakti Center is going to visit, right? And tomorrow tomorrow in Lansam is going to visit Subara Prabhu and Srinivas Prabhu's house, right? He went to Raja Ramesh Prabhu's house also when he was in Avatar, right? And then he's going to visit, did I miss anyone? Yeah, Pavan Prabhu's, Ramalayam in Bachpally, where he's preaching, is going to visit there. Praveen Prabhu. Satya Prabhu's house also, yes. Yes, he's going to visit and have prasad. right?
Zenith Prabhu.
Yeah, I told that Prabhuji, already told. Mahesh Prabhu Zenith, is going to visit. And he's also going to visit our combined house, which is Bhakti Center, right? So someone thinks, oh, Prabhu has not come to my house. He's coming to your house because Bhakti Center is your house. So he's going to come there. Now, Prabhu, why am I mentioning all this is because there is nothing more worthier in this material world than Sadhu Sangha. There is nothing more. Actually, the greatest opulence, the funny part is when people get, 10 crores of money, they feel, oh, I'm fortunate. That is the most unfortunate thing. The most fortunate is when you get sadhu in your house because what is happening, your line of material life is going to get cut. The whole sequence in which this life after life, birth after birth, material life is going on, that will be cut, Prabhu. Thak, it is cut, khatam. And from there, you take a tea course and you go back to God. What can be more important than sadhu sangha? But unfortunate people are those, even when sadhu is in the city, even when sadhu is so close, they sit in their houses. Right? But Krishna is very merciful. He'll send the sadhu to their house also. Levanta Naina. Take association. Serve this sadhu. I am sending this sadhu. He is powerful. Even his curse is powerful. Hare Krishna. See, that is a greatness, right? Even his curse is powerful. Prabhupada is saying. His curse to those devotees also made them get delivered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What to speak of devotees who serve? So, we find evidence in many places that the curse of a great saint or devotee is not a curse but a benediction. Yeah. It should be somebody raised a hand. Who is it?
Prabhuji, it's me. I thought I would read the next one.
Oh, yeah. I didn't give an opportunity for you to read. But anyway, that was for the previous chapter. But since you're so anxious, text 2. Yeah, I'll read the Sanskrit. You can read the translation, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Nedur Dundubhyo Divya Gandharva Nanrutur Jagu Rasyas Charana Siddhas Tustuvu Purushottamam. Yes, Mata, you can read the translation. Text 2.
Translations and Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Translation. There was a beating of kettle drums in the heavenly planets. The inhabitants of Gandharva Loka began to dance and sing, while great sages and the inhabitants of Chandraloka and Siddhaloka offered prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Purushottama. Hare Krishna.
See, the amazing part is when one devotee is getting delivered. When one devotee is getting delivered, what are the other devotees doing? They're dancing, they're singing. Why do you think they're dancing and singing? Anybody?
Because gone to Goloka.
Yes, he's going to Goloka. Apna bhi chance hai. Right? Our chance is also there. When one devotee is getting delivered, Supreme Lord, you're delivering him. Please give me a chance. I'm not as qualified as him. But one important thing is every devotee understands how much struggle is there in this material world. So much struggle is there in this material. Devotee understands. And when he sees that somebody is getting delivered, somebody is getting mercy, it is such a nice thing to happen, right? Such a great thing to happen, right? Somebody got a big property, not anything great. Somebody got a big degree, not anything great. Somebody got a big job, position, not anything great. Somebody got association of a great sadhu. Yes, that is great. Only devotee can understand that. Only devotee can understand that. Nobody else can understand. And somebody is getting delivered by the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, ho gaya, Prabhuji. Cycle is done. Cycle is done. Prabhuji, Mataji, just imagine, on Ekadashi, we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Our cycle is done. Done. Because that is what is needed. That is the most important thing. Right? So we celebrate. That is why I hope to see, one day, many of you are aspiring for initiation, get initiated. And when one by one, you're getting initiated. Are we all going to dance? Yes? We'll
Yes,
dance,
Prabhuji.
we'll sing, we'll jump,
Yes.
right? One name will be called. Yes, this Prabhuji, please come. And he comes and sits in front of the selected guru. And that guru is going to give the mala and say, on behalf of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada and the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Guru Parapara Sampradaya, I am very happy and proud to give you the name Govinda Das. Done. And you take the mala and you pay obeisances. Prabhuji's అయిపోయింది. And everybody in the satsang jumps and dances and celebrates, right? That is a spirit. That is a spirit. We should never be envious, never compare ourselves. We should be desperate, but never, hopeless. Everybody, any devotee, every prayer is answered. The only thing that is answered is a prayer, right? And when that prayer is getting answered, we all should celebrate. Oh, Prabhu, I could not get initiated. No problem. Everybody, you will be. When you are sincere, we will be. And everybody will celebrate. That's why in ISKCON, especially in Silicon Valley, I saw Vaisheshika Prabhu. When the initiation happens, the way they celebrate, Maharaj, Vaisheshika Maharaj says, keep this mridanga and kartal ready, and the whole brigade of devotees. And as soon as the name is chanted, I've seen, especially in Silicon Valley, it is done in a very grand way. I remember, when I was I got initiated there, and when they called my name, I just went there and sat, and the initiation beads were given. And then Maharaj told, okay, your name is, we are naming you Lilananda Das. I couldn't even hear the name properly because I was totally shocked and overwhelmed looking at Maharaj in front of me. My desire is getting fulfilled. My prayers are being answered. The causeless mercy is coming onto my life, right? It's completely sinful life, but now some purpose is coming, some purity is being awarded. Some mercy is being awarded. So in that, I couldn't even hear the name, but immediately Vaisheshika Prabhu loudly chant. His guys, Lilan Prabhu ki jai, like that, loud. And all the congregation devotees are loudly chanting the name, right? And reminded me what an important event that was. And so was one devotee, one by one. Then my wife went for initiation, and her name, they called, okay, Anuradha Mataji, can you please come? And Maharaj gave the same name, Anuradha Priya Devidas. I was shocked, Hare Krishna. Then again, everybody started chanting. So celebration, Provision Mataji's celebration is part of our eternal nature. Celebrating heartfully for devotees is the greatest service. We should celebrate any important thing that is happening in a devotee's life. Like somebody finished a chapter in Bhagavatam, celebrate. Somebody finished the entire Canto in Bhagavatam, celebrate. Somebody finished the entire Bhagavatam, celebrate. Somebody just started reading Bhagavatam, celebrate. Somebody started coming to Satsang regularly, celebrate. Somebody stopped eating on other things and only prasadam. Somebody started cooking and offering prasadam in the house, celebrate. Appreciate, reciprocate, celebrate, right? This makes spiritual life very, very filled with happiness. And we should do that. That's very important, Prabhujis. Don't make spiritual life dry for yourself and for others, right? We should celebrate. And here Gandharvas, and in Siddhalokas, everybody, all the great Siddhis are also celebrating. Oh, Gajendra is being delivered. They're so happy. They're so happy. Oh, Purushottam, how Supreme Personality got it. You just delivered Gajendra. Hare Krishna. Text 3 and 4. Yo asho graha savai sadhya paramashraya rupadrik mukto devala sapena Huhur Gandharva Sattama Pranamya Sirasadhisham Uttamashlokam Avyayam Aghayata Yashodhama Kirtanya Gunasat Katham. The best of the Gandharvas King Huhu, having been cursed by Devala Muni, had become a crocodile. By the way, does somebody want to read? Who has not read? Who has not read? Because many people joined after that. Text 3 and 4 translation. If somebody wants to read, they can raise your hand and I can call your name. Okay, maybe the next one. So I'll read this. The best of the Gandharvas, King Huhu, having been cursed by Devala, had become a crocodile. Now, having been delivered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he assumed a very beautiful form as a Gandharva. Understanding by whose mercy this had happened, he immediately offered his respectful obeisances with his head and began chanting prayers just suitable for the transcendental Lord, the Supreme Eternal, who is worshipped by the choicest verses. Hare Krishna. Purport. The story of how the Gandharva had become a crocodile will be described later. The curse by which the Gandharva took his position was actually a blessing, not a curse. One should not be displeased when the saintly person curses someone, for his curse indirectly is a blessing. The Gandharva had the mentality of an inhabitant of the celestial planetary system, and for him to become an associate of the Supreme Lord would have taken millions of long years. However, because he was cursed by Devala Rishi, he became a crocodile, and in only one life was fortunate enough to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face and be promoted to the Supreme Lord to become one of the Lord's associates. Similarly, Gajendra was also delivered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead when he was freed from the curse of Agastya Muni. So this King Huhu, name is also funny, right? I mean, like, funny in the sense, it is not the kind of name we keep in at least Bharat Varsha. Maybe he was a Chinese in previous birth, I don't know. Because most of the Chinese and Japanese names are like that, right? Hu, Yang, Hu, like that. I don't know, I'm just speculating. But every name becomes glorious, when it has a meaning relevant to the Supreme Lord. That's why when we all get initiated, we get a name. And the name is for us to remember the Supreme Lord. That is the purpose. So here is King Huhu. What was he doing? Actually, the Katha says that he was in the waters with many apsaras, and he was enjoying with all the apsaras, and he was, whatever he was doing. So while pulling the leg of an apsara, actually by mistake he pulled the leg of Devala Rishi, and immediately he got angry and he cursed him then and there. What did you do? So Prabhuji's, one important thing is that, curses work, but very dangerous. They have very, very, very gory ramifications. We should be very careful. Our goal is not to get cursed, so we should not take motivation. Oh, somebody is cursed and is getting mercy, so it's okay to get cursed. Especially in Kali Yuga, when we are so independent and so arrogant, so puffed up that we even blaspheme devotees, right? Right now, the whole discussion that is going on between Ritvikvad and ISKCON, so much bad is happening. People are not hesitating to speak bad about great Vaishnavas, right? About great Vaishnavas, they're not, hesitating to speak. So how unfortunate are those people? Prabhuji, those devotees need special mercy, extraordinary mercy to come back to track. Because see, Vaishnava is the hope for anybody to be delivered. And if you're cursing, and if you are abusing, if you are ridiculing, speaking nonsense, untold, unspeakable words against Vaishnavas, especially the great Vaishnavas like, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, Radhanath Swami Maharaj, Lokanath Swami Maharaj, Bhaktiprem Swami Maharaj, so many others, especially Prabhupada disciples, direct disciples. These people are speaking so many ill words about them. Yesterday, even about Tamal Krishna Maharaj, they were speaking something very bad, Hare Krishna. Just stop it. Just stop it. Whatever property is okay. But then what are you doing? You're ruining your opportunity to go back to God. Very careful, Prabhu. Remember, when we are in ISKCON, you are holding a two-edged sword. All of us. Be very careful dealing with devotees. Because, just see how much Krishna is with his devotees, that whatever his devotees does, wherever his devotees' attention goes, right? Krishna becomes attentive and tries to deliver them. Now here, they're cursing somebody. Even for that, Krishna, oh, he cursed him. Oh, my devotee has seen him. Oh, then I think I should do something for him. When do you curse? When you are actually very, very compassionate, only you curse. That you are angry that, that person is going back in his spiritual life. That is what is the feeling they carry. That is why they curse. So we should be very careful in our dealings with them. Better not get into a conversation where we are going to speak bad things about others. Yeah, something bad happened. You can always pray for the devotee. And the conversation can be to understand what happened. And then we should pray that, oh Krishna, may I not do such kind of a mistake. And may I go forward. Right? So we should be very careful. And because I brought up the topic, just want to let you know that there is a lot of discussion happening in the governing body, GBC of ISKCON, how we should handle this. And we all want ISKCON as one organization delivering the whole world. So, there is a lot of discussion happening by very, very senior devotees. We are nobody to get in that discussion. So, by God's mercy, I have a little glimpse of what's happening there. All very senior Vaishnavas, including Radheshyam Prabhu, who's giving his opinions. A lot of things are happening. And finally, whatever will come out will be accepted and applauded and respected by all of us. Right? That is the most important primary thing. Let's hope that all Vaishnavas are delivered and everybody stays united. That is the hope. Hare Krishna. Text 5. So anukampita ishena parikramya pranayamya tam lokasya pasyato lokam swam aghan mukta kilbhisha. Translation, yeah. Kamya Mataji, you can read.
Hare Krishna. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Having been favored by the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and having regained his original form, King Hu circumambulated the Lord and offered his obeisances. Then, in the presence of all the demigods, headed by Brahma, he returned to Gandharva Loka. He had been freed of all sinful reactions. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
All sinful reactions freed. Even just a glimpse on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything is gone. What to speak of worshipping Him? Prabhuji, we are doing Aarti in our house. We are singing Sansara Dava. We are singing Hare Krishna in front of the deity. What is our chance? Actually, we don't have any chance. Prabhupada gave us a chance. Prabhupada taught us how to worship Hare Krishna. Yeah. Text. The next one, text 6. Gajendro Bhagavat Sparshad Vimukto Ajnana Bandhanat Prapto Bhagavato Rupam Pita Vasas Chaturbhuja. Yes, Chandramouli Prabhu, you can read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dhanavad. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Because Gajendra, king of the elephants, had been touched directly by the hands of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was immediately freed of all material ignorance and bondage. Thus, he received the salvation of Sarupya Mukhi, in which he achieved the same bodily features as the Lord, being dressed in yellow garments and possessing 4 hands. Purport.
I can read the. Yeah. If one is favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead by having his gross body touched by the Lord, his body turns into a spiritual body and he can go back home, back to Godhead. Gajendra assumed a spiritual body when his body was touched by the Lord. Similarly, Dhruva Maharaj assumed his spiritual body in this way. Acharya Paddhati, daily worship of the deity, Archana Paddhati, daily worship of the deity provides an opportunity to touch the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead And thus it enables one to be fortunate enough to get a spiritual body and go back to Godhead. Not only by touching the body of the Supreme Lord, but simply by hearing about his pastimes, chanting his glories, touching his feet, and offering worship. In other words, by serving the Lord, somehow or the other, one is purified of material contamination. This is the result of touching the Supreme Lord. One who is a pure devotee, Anya Vilashita Shunyam, who acts according to the Shastra and the words of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, certainly becomes purified. Like Gajendra, he assumes a spiritual body and returns home back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. So, Prabhuji, let me ask a question. Supreme Lord as Shirodakshay Vishnu is already there in all of us, right? He's already inside, along with the soul, is sitting beside Super Soul. So he's already touching all of us, right? So why are we not getting delivered?
Hare Krishna, Guruji. I heard for a non-devotee, he is not active. Though he is present, he is not accessible to us. So though he is close, he's not. We are not touching him.
Yeah. So yes. Any other thoughts?
Prabhuji,
Hare
can I add?
Yes, Deepak.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, the Super Soul, the Supreme Lord sitting as Super Soul within the heart is acting as a spectator until we turn towards him. Like if we are not turning towards him, he just stays as a spectator. He does not give his opinion or inspire from within. But when we turn towards him, when we become antarmukha instead of bahirmukha, that's when he'll start inspiring from inside as Chaitya Guru and as spiritual master outside. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Thank you. Very nice. Yeah, Saraswati Mata, you want to say something?
Dandat Pranam, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, our body is completely material, Prabhuji. But as Deepa Mataji said, Kshirodakshai Vishnu is acting as we have to turn to him, Prabhuji. So then only we can.
Correct. So very nice, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji's Prabhuji, for sharing. Yeah, you all told it. It's the same thing, that God is there. But how much effort are we putting to actually go towards him? And when we put that effort, then he reciprocates. Right? Then he blesses and touches. He is already blessing. He is there within us. If he is not touching us, how are we breathing? Right? Even he's sanctioning everything, right? Even our breath is sanctioning, our speech is sanctioning, our listening is sanctioning, everything, our remembrance, forgetfulness, knowledge, everything is sanctioning, right? So he's sanctioning already. But the true blessing he will give when we turn towards him, when we go towards him. It's like a devotee choosing to attend online classes and not going and taking darshan of the sadhu. Right? You might think, Arey Prabhuji, why did I say that? Yeah, that is the truth. You have a choice. You have an opportunity. You have an ability. You have a complete capacity to go and take association in person, but you're sitting in the house and speculating because of some other, devotee, polluted your mind that maybe this is also same. That's not same. That's not same. You have to put an effort. You have to go. You have to, you got paralysis. You're in ICU. That's a good enough reason. Other than that, what other reason do you have? There's no other reason. Only your arrogance keeps us away from God, keeps us away from devotees. Right? Even though the devotees are there in your life, you will not get access to them. You will not get their blessings because of our arrogance, because of our thinking. Even though Paramatma is there, he's already touching us, we will not get the mercy. We'll only get when we put an effort. When we actually go forward, we come out of our comfort zone. Prabhuji and Matajis, many people talk about balancing spiritual and material life. You know why they speak about it so much? Some people's main agenda in life is to say that I'm balancing material life and spiritual life. You know why? They are so attached to their material life. They are so attached to their material life. Even from the beginning of their spirituality, Right? From the beginning day of the spirituality, they think, how do I balance? How do I balance? How do I balance? First, make your feet firm on the ground. One feet should be firm on the ground spiritually. Then you think about balancing. No, initial days only. I'll balance. You why? Because you're so attached to your material life. You are so attached to your material life, you don't want to leave your material life. So your main agenda of topic is, I'm balancing my family, my friends, my society, my this, my that. All that is only coming because you're so attached. What a devotee has to do? A devotee has to first grossly surrender, then subtly surrender. These are the words, of a senior Vaishnava I heard recently. He was saying that first go to the school, physically sit there in the class, learn, fix up your life, keep one feet strong on the ground. One feet is strongly situated spiritually. Then the other feet can balance. Automatically it will balance. None of your feet are strong. Already you're talking about balance. Right? This is what happens. God is there right in front of you. Devotees are there right in front of you. But I'm still trying to balance. What are you trying to balance? First, you don't even know where you are. First, you don't even know how you have to situate yourself in spiritual life. Right? But we talk about balance. Prabhuji, God is in your life. That is the reason you are breathing. Enough. That is one level. Second, put an effort to surrender. You cannot say that, oh, I am also enjoying material life. That is also important in life. I'll also enjoy spiritual life. That is all. Prabhuji and Mataji, nobody is saying that you should ignore your family. Nobody is saying that you should reject your friends. Nobody is saying. But Sadhu is saying, Bhagavatam is saying, keep Krishna first in your life. First. We have to put that effort. We have to declare it internally first. Right? That Krishna is first in my life. And I have to show it with my actions. I should go and take sadhu sangha. I should serve. I should go in front of devotees. I should go in front of the Lord. I should go to a temple. I should go to a center. I should go to a satsang. I should conduct satsang in my house. I should do my best to be available and to take that mercy. Krishna will not balance the remaining. Huh? Will Krishna not take care of everything else? You don't have so much faith in Krishna? But unfortunately, there are, there is bad association even within the satsang, which doesn't allow you to surrender properly. Why? Because they are not surrendered properly. That is an unfortunate part. So, Prabhuji and Mataji, why am I telling this in context of this verse is how important it is for us to take shelter of the Lord and we recognize how important is the touch of the Lord. Right? Prabhuji and Mataji, except devotee association, there is no higher benediction. Understand that. If somebody might say, Prabhu, I am in my house, I am worshipping the deities, Krishna is with me. Na? Even that Krishna will reject you. If you are not respectful and surrendered to his devotees, because Krishna is appearing in the form of his holy name through his devotees. Right? So that is that important. Very important. Don't fall for this, online classes like this time. Even this is an online class. I'm sorry, but this is not the best way. Right? Tell me who is that one person who acts like a Paramatma in your life, who sees how you are going forward? How is Paramatma acting in your life? Who is that one person?
Guru.
Guru, Siksha Guru. Your immediate Siksha Guru is looking at you. And what is he looking? He is looking at your qualitative progress. You are focused on your quantitative progress. Siksha Guru is looking at your qualitative progress. Let's spend 2 minutes here. What Siksha Guru is looking at is, please everybody please pay attention. 5 minutes, please, whatever you're doing, just stop it, just hear to this. Very important thing. Siksha Guru or Guru is looking at your qualitative progress. How much are you progressing internally? And that he will know when he sees your lotus face and your lotus body in front of him. right? On the phone, I can sound very nice. Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam, Prabhu. Prabhuji, your mercy, Prabhuji, you're great. Oh, what personal association, Prabhu. All that can become bogus if we are not actually a changed person. Who are we cheating? When we are in satsang, our gurus, Shiksha Gurus, like Radhesham Prabhu, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, so many other senior devotees are coming, or Maharajas, they actually look at us and they pray for us and they pray for our qualitative change. Qualitative, where inside, deep within, we are surrendering or not. I'll tell you one amazing example, Prabhu. I saw it practically, in front of my eyes. When my father was on his bed, worst time, he was waiting to die because of brain hemorrhage. After 2 years of being on the bed, he was completely emaciated, completely changed, and we were like, look, I was looking at his gross side. I was looking at, oh my God, he is, of course, spiritually also is elevated. He was chanting before, all that great. He never used to leave devotee association, no matter what. Prabhuji, when I used to give classes in Gachibowli, he used to come from Vidyanagar, taking a bus or taking an auto or coming along with some devotee. He used to come, because he was so desperate. Even at the age of 76, 77, he was desperate to go and take association. And see what Krishna did for him. That on that bed, when he was there, many devotees were coming to see him. Now, I want to share one thing, Yugal Kishore Prabhu, His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhu, who is actually one of the prime reasons why my entire family is in Krishna consciousness. He came from America and he visited my house and he saw my father because he knew my father before. Prabhuji, Yugal Kishore Prabhu just looked at him. Please, everybody, pay attention when I'm saying this now. Yugal Kishore Prabhu just looked at him. He prayed for him. And then he told one sentence, bro. It took me a few months to understand the blessing in that sentence. He looked at my father and he told, he has become completely pure now. He is all set. Like that he told. Then, after some time, then I asked Prabhuji, you said that he has become completely pure now. What does it mean? Then he said, Prabhu, he has not spoken. Krishna has removed everything from him now. And he has not spoken or heard anything bad about any devotee in the last 2 years. Prabhu, his senses are all become purified. His conscience is all purified, Prabhu. He is perfectly ready to go back. Are you all understanding what he told? Yeah? Did you understand what he told?
Yes, Prabhuji.
He said his consciousness is purified because in the last 2 years, he has not spoken any nonsensical thing against any devotee. And he has heard no nonsensical thing, non-nonsensical. Nobody came and spoke to him about ill about any devotee or about any ill about God. He is purely hearing the holy name and only seeing devotees coming and going. He's already and become conscious, become purified. Right? See what a Shiksha Guru is seeing. None of us could see that. Then I discussed with Balgovind Prabhu. Prabhuji, what was the depth in his sentence? Right? And recently also Balgovind Prabhu said, Prabhu, he saw what a devotee sees. Prabhu, it's not important how many Rath Yatras you have conducted. It is important, but that for your Shiksha Guru, that is not what he sees. What he sees is your shift in your consciousness after the satsang. What is the shift in your consciousness after the satsang? How much aligned are you? How much aligned are you after the satsang to surrender to God? How much am I missing Krishna? How much am I missing Krishna at all times in my life? For example, I've gone outside, I forgot to put tilak. Tilak is not an external thing. It's a deep internal thing where you are unhesitantly showing to the world who you are. Pride that I am Krishna devotee. And And I am very clear that Krishna is in charge of my life. How much am I missing Krishna when I'm not putting the tilak, or the tilak is half gone, it's not fully visible? How much am I missing it is the qualitative aspect. It's not the quantitative aspect. Don't mistake that. I'm wearing something very bad, wearing something very revealing, wearing something very opulent. How much am I thinking about the instructions of Krishna in Bhagavatam? Forcefully in a certain society, I wore something like that. But how much am I deep inside thinking that what am I doing is wrong? Krishna, when will that day come when I don't have to wear this nonsense? Is the qualitative change in you. Did everybody understand? Anybody who did not understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, Prabhu, yes. Sir.
Qualitative. That is what a Siksha Guru sees. That he sees, not just the external. The way you deal with people, the way you are thinking, the way you are choosing, the way you are depending on satsang, the way you are anxious to serve, the way you are enthusiastic to come, the way you are enthusiastic to become a disciple of any guru, the way you want to, like recently, Janava Pyari Mataji, she went and took initiation. How desperate was she? I want to get initiated. I want the desperateness he sees. At the same time, the humility to accept that whenever it comes, I'll accept initiation. That is seen by Siksha Guru. That is seen by Diksha Guru. The quality, Prabhuji and Matajis, when our Paramatma in our heart sees the transformation in us, then mercy will come. Then mercy will come. Our external is automatically changed when our internal is changed. Our spiritual life and material life is automatically balanced when we are first fixed in spiritual life. Without being fixed in spiritual life, we are talking about balancing with material life. I'm sorry. You are going around a devotee, or you're following a devotee, a so-called devotee in your life, who is actually your enemy. Because that person is himself not fixed and is giving you guidance to remain like him. Be very careful. Very careful. There is no exception to this. Right? So, we have to understand how important is a touch of a devotee, how important is a touch of the Supreme Lord in our life, which can bring all auspiciousness. Right? Very, very important. Text 7. Text 7 we already finished, right? No. Okay. Savai Purvam Abhudraja Pandyo Dravida Sattama Indradumnya iti Kyato Vishnu Vrata Parayana. Yeah, Raju Prabhu, you can read the text 7.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Dandavatam.
Yes, Sirsham.
Translation purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Gajendra had formerly been a Vaishnava and the king of the country known as Pandya, which is in the province of Dravida, South India. In his previous life, he was known as Indradumya Maharaja. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. So here now about Indradumya Maharaja. Who was Gajendra is being mentioned. Text 8. Sa ek dharatna kala atmavan grihita mauna vrata ishwaram harim jata dharas tapasa apluto achyutam samarchyam asha kulacha lashrama. Translation. Indradunya Maharaj retired from family life and went to Malaya Hills, where he had a small cottage. From his ashrama, he wore matted locks on his head and always engaged in austerities. Once, while observing a vow of silence, he was fully engaged in the worship of the Lord and absorbed in the ecstasy of love of God. Hare Krishna. Text 9. Yadrachya tatra mahayasha muni samagamach shishya ganai parishrita tam vikshya tushnim akratar hanadikam rahasi upashinam rishi chukopaha. While Indraduni Maharaj was engaged in ecstatic meditation, worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the great sage Agastya Muni arrived there, surrounded by his disciples. When the Muni saw that Maharaj Indradumna, who was sitting in a secluded place, remained silent and did not follow the etiquette of offering him reception, he was very angry. So, Prabhuji, I was hearing in a recent class, Prabhuji and Mataji's, that, we should all be fixed in our devotional life. We should all have a very good schedule for our chanting, for our deity worship, for our reading, for our association, everything. But when there is a deviation needed in relation to spirituality only, like some devotee wants to come and talk to you, and it's your time for your chanting, but the devotee is desperate to say you something, you have to give that time. Yeah, chanting is very important. Yes, no doubt. And you should keep that preference. But somebody is desperate to say something and it's disturbing him. It's a service to a devotee. You should stop it. And you can talk to him. Don't become ritualistic. Sometimes in the name of spirituality, you become very ritualistic also. Doesn't mean I make myself available sitting between all devotees that, okay, I'm chanting, you all can come and talk to me. That's not the goal. But when a service comes, in between your another service, you should be ready to hold on and go forward with and do that other service also. It is helpful in a larger interest. That is also a quality that we should acquire. We should not be rigid that, this is what I'm doing and this rigidity is my purity. No, your purity is when you're rigid within but flexible outside, right? Strict to yourself but available for accommodating others, right? So here also it is being told how Indraduni Maharaj was very rigid in doing what he's doing. But maybe he did not even hear Agastya Muni, but Supreme Lord wanted to deliver him. So it's a different case. But something we should learn out of this, that even not respecting a sage, a great devotee, when he's coming in front of you, in the name of doing something that you're doing, even if it is related to devotion, is an offense, right? Actually, it is told, whenever you see a devotee, you should pay obeisances 2 times. 1 time is good. But if the devotee has not seen you when you're doing it, you should do it again in front of the devotee. Especially in case of sannyasis. When sannyasi comes, you should immediately pay obeisances. Not wait for him to see you. But at the same time, also make sure that when he's seeing you, you pay obeisances. That is part of the etiquette. Right? Text 10. Tasmaidam sapam adad asadhur avyam durat Makrita buddhir adhya viprava manta visatam tamishram yatha gaja stabda mati sa eva. Agastya Muni then spoke this curse against the king. This king Indradumna is not at all gentle. Being low and uneducated, he has insulted a Brahmana. May he therefore enter the region of darkness and receive the dull, dumb body of an elephant. Hare Krishna. An elephant is very strong. It has a very big body and it can work very hard and eat a large quantity of food, but its intelligence is not at all commensurate with its size and strength. Thus, in spite of so much bodily strength, the elephant works as a menial servant for a human being. Agastya Muni thought it wise to curse the king to become an elephant because the powerful king did not receive Agastya Muni as one is obliged to receive a Brahmana. Yet, although Agastya Muni cursed Maharaj Indradumna to become an elephant, the curse was indirectly a benediction for by undergoing one life as an elephant, Indradumna Maharaj ended the reactions of all the sins of his previous life. Immediately after the expiry of the elephant's life, he was promoted to Vaikuntha Loka to become a personal associate of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, in a body exactly like that of the Lord. This is called Sarupya Mukti. Haribol. Shri Sukha Uvacha Evam Swaktva Gato Agatyo Bhagavan Nipa Sanuga Indradumnyo api rajarshrir distam tad upadharayan apanna kaunjarim yunim atma smriti vinashinim hari आचरणानुभावेन यद गजत्वे अपि अनुस्मृति. Sukadeva Goswami said, continued, My dear king, after Agastya Muni had thus cursed King Indradumna, the Muni left that place along with his disciples. Since the king was a devotee, he accepted Agastya Muni's curse as a welcome because it was a desire of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, although in his next life he got the body of an elephant, because of devotional service, he remembered how to worship and offer prayers to the Lord. Hari Bol. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Purport. This is a unique position of a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although the king was cursed, he welcomed the curse because a devotee is always aware that nothing can happen without the desire of the Supreme Lord. Although the king was not at fault, Agastya Muni cursed him, and when this happened, the king considered it to be due to his past misdeeds. Tatyanukampam Sushamikshamana. Bhagavatam 10:14-8. This is a practical example of how a devotee thinks. He regards any reversals in life as a blessing of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, instead of being agitated by such reverses, he continues his activities of devotional service, and Krishna takes care of him and enables him to be promoted to the spiritual world, back to Godhead. If a devotee has to suffer the reactions of his past misdeeds, the Supreme Lord arranges for him to be given only a token of these reactions. And very soon, he is freed from all the reactions of material contamination. One should therefore adhere to devotional service. And the Lord himself will very soon see to one's promotion to the spiritual world. A devotee should not be disturbed by unfortunate circumstances, but must continue his regular program, depending on the Lord for everything. The word upadharayan, considering, is very significant in this verse. The word indicates that a devotee knows what is what. He understands what is happening in material condition life. Hare Krishna. So it's very beautifully being told that Indradumna Maharaj did not reverse or did not get angry on Agastya Muni. In fact, he was grateful because he felt a devotee has come and he has done something for me, and it is Krishna's plan. Anything a devotee does is Krishna's plan, Prabhuji and Mataji. And we should be very, very attentive to that. Text 13. Evam vimokshya gajayutapam abjanabhas tena piparshada gatim gamitena yukta gandharva siddha vibudhair upagi yamana karma bhutam sva bhavanam garo dashano agat. Upon delivering the king of the elephants from the clutches of the crocodile and from the material existence, which resembles a crocodile, the Lord awarded him the status of Sarupya Mukti in the presence of the Gandharvas, the Siddhas, and the other demigods who were praising the Lord for his wonderful transcendental activities. The Lord, sitting on the back of his carrier, Garuda, returned to his all-wonderful abode and took Gajendra with him. I'll skip this purport. In essence, Prabhupada is speaking about Sarupya Mukti and different kinds of Mukti and how Krishna delivers, everybody because of devotion, and how he took him, right? Sitting back on his carrier Garuda, he returned to his all-wonderful and took Gajendra with him. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol, Gajendra Prabhu ki jai, got delivered. So maybe we can read the purport later. In the interest of time, I'm just going forward. Etan Maharaja taverito maya Krishna anubhavo gajaraja mokshanam swargyam yasasyam kalmashapaham duhsvapna nasham kuruvarya Shrinvatam. My dear King Parikshit, I have now described the wonderful power of Krishna as displayed when the Lord delivered the king of the elephants. O best of the Kuru dynasty, those who hear this narration become fit to be promoted to the higher planetary systems. Simply because of hearing this narration, they gain a reputation. They gain a reputation as devotees. They are unaffected by the contamination of Kali Yuga, and they never see bad dreams. Haribol, Haribol. Congratulations, Prabhuji and Matajis. Huh? Sutta Goswami is benedicting all of us that simply by hearing this narration, right? Simply by hearing this narration, will be promoted to higher planets. What to speak of going back to Krishna, and he's also saying it's like an immunity protecting us from the effects of Kali. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yathanu kirtayanti etach shreyas kama dvijataya suchaya pratar uthaya duhsva nadi upasantaye. Therefore, after getting up from bed in the morning, those who desire their own welfare, especially the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and in particular the Brahmana Vaishnavas, should chant this narration as it is, without deviation, to counteract the troubles of bad dreams. Hare Krishna. So, Prabhuji, we all did it. We all read the Gajendra Moksha prayers today, isn't it? On a Ekadashi day. How fortunate are we? How fortunate are we? If you may have to think, Prabhuji, maybe I'll join today, I'll not join today. Just think how unfortunate you would have been that you did not chant Gajendra Moksha prayers when you had an opportunity on the day of Ekadashi. So just by being part of satsang, all auspiciousness will come. All auspiciousness will come, isn't it? How many thought that a sannyasi will come to your house one day? Did anybody plan in your life? The sannyasi will come to my house.
Oh, no.
No, Prabhuji, never.
Never, right? Why is he coming?
Never, never.
Why is he coming?
Because of satsang, Prabhuji.
That's
Because of
all. You should remember that. Because of this satsang, because of devotees, because of me trying to be 1% sincere in my life, 1% sincere, sannyasi is coming to my house. And we should worship sannyasi like God. He doesn't think he's God, but for him, for us, he's equal to God. He's coming. Krishna is entering your houses, right? In the form of his pure devotee. A devotee who has surrendered his life. But unfortunate people even see faults in that. They don't consider that as that important. And most important, dangerous weapon of Kali is familiarity, Prabhuji and Mataji. There are many sannyas who come to me. I know how to handle. I know. You don't give importance to that very important thing. You know, I feel I'm so fortunate, so unbelievably fortunate that, how come Krishna Bhakti came in my life. And today, His Holiness, Bhakti Padma, Saurabh Pracharak Maharaj, he's coming to my house. I'm so fortunate. On Ekadashi day, he's coming for, taking some prasad and blessing my family, because the site visit is happening here. Today we are doing some planning work on the ground, on the temple location. So Maharaj is here. So he's going to take prasad here, and then we'll have some meetings. And then, I'll be fortunate to be sitting nearby and hearing those meetings, the discussions, which I'll share with all of you. Don't worry. I don't keep anything to myself. And then he's going to visit Prasad Prabhu and Madhavi Mataji's, satsang in Bachapalli. All of you are invited. It's a Friday evening. Thank God it's Friday. Come there and hear from Maharaj. He's going to speak in Telugu. In Ramalayam, 500-year-old Ramalayam, which is exactly a replica of the Ramchandra, Sita Maya and Lakshmana in Bhadrachalam. Exactly the same kind of deity. Right? Eagerness to take sadhu association. Eagerness. I know if you're busy in something else, you could not come, that's okay. But if you can make it or no. Your heart of heart, right? Make it or no. Hare Krishna. Text 16. Idam aha hari प्रीतो गजेन्द्रं कुरु सत्तमा Shrinvatam Sarva Bhutanam Sarva Bhuta Mayo Vibhu. O best of the Kuru dynasty, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the super soul of everyone, being thus pleased, addressed Gajendra in the presence of everyone there. He spoke the following blessings. Hare Krishna. He spoke. So Supreme Lord is blessing. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ye Mam Tvam Saraschedam Giri Kandara Kananam Vetra Kichaka Vinunam Gulmani Surapadapam Shringa Nimani Dishyani Brahmano Mi Shivasya Cha Kshirodam Me Priyam Dhama Shvetadvipam Cha Bhashwaram Shrivatsam Kaustubham Gadam Kaumodakim Mama Sudarshanam Panchajanyam Suparnam Patageshwaram Shesham Cha Matkalam Sukshmam Shriyam Devim Mad Ashrayam Brahmanam Naradam Rishim Bhavam Prahradam Bhavam Prahradam Evacha Matsya Kurma Varahadyair Avatare Kritani Me Karmani Ananta Punyani Suryam Sobam Hutashanam Pranavam Satyam Avyaktam Go Vipran Dharmam Avyayam Dakshya Yanir Dharma Patni Soma Kashyapayor Api Gangam Saraswatim Nandam Gangam Saraswatim Nandam Kalindim Sita Varanam Dhruvam Brahma Rishin Sapta Punya Shlokamscha Manavan Utta Yapara Ratrante Prayata Shushamahita Smaranti Mama Rupani Muchyante Te Amhasho Akhila. Hare Krishna. Please forgive for all the mistakes. Hare Krishna. Translation. Please, everybody hear attentively. These are the words of Supreme Lord. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, freed from all sinful reactions are those who rise from bed at the end of night, early in the morning, and fully concentrate their minds with great attention upon my form, that is your form, this lake, this mountain, these caves, the gardens, the cane planets, the bamboo plants, the celestial trees, the residential quarters of me, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, the three peaks of Trikuta mountain made of gold, silver, and iron, my very pleasing abode, the ocean of milk, the white island, Shvetadvipa, which is always brilliant with spiritual rays, my mark of Srivatsa, the Kaustava gem, my Vaijayanti garland, my club, Kumyodaki, my Sudarshana disc, and Panchajanya Kankshal, my bearer, Garuda, the king of the birds, my bed, Seshanaga, my expansion of energy, the goddess of fortune, Lord Brahma, Narada Muni, Lord Shiva, Prahlada, my incarnations like Matsya, Kurma, and Varaha, my unlimited, all auspicious activities which yield piety to he who hears them, the sun, the moon, fire, the mantra Omkara, the absolute truth, the total material energy, the cows and Brahmanas, devotional service. The wives of Soma and Kashyapa, who were all daughters of King Daksha, the rivers Ganges, Saraswati, Nanda and Yamuna, Kalindi, the elephant Airavata, Dhruva Maharaja, the seven rishis, and the pious human beings. Hare Krishna. Everything is auspicious when we keep God in the center. Text 25. Ye mam stuvanti anenaga prati buddhya nishatyaye tesham pranatyaye chaham dadami vipulam gatim. My dear devotee, unto those who rise from the bed at the end of the night and offer me the prayers offered by you, I give an eternal residence in the spiritual world at the end of their lives. Did you just all hear what he said? What the Supreme Lord said? I'm again reading. My dear devotee, unto those who rise from the bed at the end of the night and offer me the prayers offered by you, I give an eternal residence in the spiritual world at the end of their lives. Prabhuji and Mataji, we just all of us read. Now you know why I asked all of you to read, or rather why even I read on the day of Ekadashi today morning all the prayers of Gajendra Moksham, because Prabhuji, from here we want to go back to Krishna. How many have that faith?
Haribol.
Haribol.
Yeah, everybody raise.
Everyone in the call.
Haribol.
I want to see who has the faith that you are going back to Krishna Loka after reading this chapter. Who has that faith?
Haribol!
Haribol, Prabhuji.
Thank you. If you're driving, cannot raise your hand, that's okay. I know. Everybody, just by being part of this club.
Thank you for taking us on to Godoka.
Prabhuji, take it. We are all going together, by the way. Text 26, last shloka. Shri Sukha Uvacha iti adisya hrishikesha pratmaya jalajottamam harshayan vibudha aruroha khagadipam. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, after giving this instruction, the Lord, who is known as Rishikesha, bugled with his Panchajanya conch shell in his way, pleasing to all demigods, headed by Lord Brahma. Then he mounted back on his carrier, Garuda. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports to the 8th canto, 4th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Gajendra Returns to the Spiritual World. Gajendra Prabhu ki jai, all assembled devotees ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Prabhuji and Mataji, I'd like to end one thing. Just please hear this last part, last 2 minutes. I'm sorry to delay this, already 9 o'clock, since it's Ekadashi. Everything that is happening in our spiritual life is being planned by Krishna. And even if we are being chastised, it is being planned by Krishna. Doesn't mean it's a license for us to go and chastise others. But understand, there is no other business in the satsang for all of us than to come to the satsang and become purer and purer, purify our qualities so that we all go back to Krishna. There is no other purpose. There is no other purpose. Nobody has any personal agenda. The only agenda is to remind us how important is satsang and how important is reading Bhagavatam together and how important is meeting devotees, right? How important is serving devotees, how important is sadhu sangha. This is what is being repeated again and again and again like a broken glass because Maya is so strong. Maya is so strong. Maya is so strong. The peak of Maya is when one devotee says, I'm not going to that satsang because devotees are not treating me nicely. Or the devotee care is not good enough. Can you believe? That is the peak of Maya. I'm not going to satsang because devotee care is not good enough. Devotees are not treating me properly. Hare Krishna, just mute. 50. Yeah. Did you all hear? What
Yes,
is the
good.
problem? What is the problem in this sentence? What is the problem in the sentence?
Ego is very high.
I'll again repeat the sentence. I'm not going to satsang because devotees are not treating me properly. There is no devotee care only. What is the problem in the sentence?
Self-centric.
Yes.
Finding fault with devotees.
And?
And Hare Krishna
Expecting
Prabhuji.
I mentality. Prabhuji.
You forgot the purpose of satsang. Purpose of satsang is to you to go and serve devotees, not the devotees to serve you.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yes.
Purpose itself is lost. Arthayana? We are going to satsang to serve, not to be served. That purpose, when it is lost, nobody can help you. Nobody can help you. But that is where Maya attacks. That is where Maya attacks. You are given an opportunity. Prabhuji and Mataji, all of us are given an opportunity to serve. How many get an opportunity to serve? We have been given an opportunity to serve. And luckily, Krishna is also helping us, giving the interest to go and serve. So now let us go and serve. Nicely, attentively, increase our service year after year. Don't say this is enough. Don't say this is enough. This is not enough. Prabhu, how much medicine is needed to pull you out of this material world to Goloka? How much medicine is needed to pull you out of this material world to Goloka? How much?
Unlimited.
How much?
Unlimited, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Unlimited, Prabhu. We don't know.
Avuna? Avuna? That much surrender is needed. Unlimited. So don't complain. If you're complaining means we are not accepting medicine. We need unlimited mercy to go back to Krishna. So we have to do unlimited services before we die. Hare Krishna. Dandavot pranam. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam vaishnavebhyo. Patitanam Vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Ananta koti Vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. All assembled devotees ki jai. Please show your forgiveness to me. Please forgive me for any harsh words or wrong things spoken. Hare Krishna. Dandavot pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Everybody please come early. Everybody please come early on Sunday evening to welcome Maharaj. Don't come late. Please come. To Bhakti Center is coming. To our house is coming. Please come early. Hare Krishna. Dandavot.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Dandavot.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you.